Welcome everybody, this is Jason and the name of this week's workshop is Curvalicious Part 2. This is a workshop about converting from Maxis AF to body shapes, and the second part is about building a mesh and then linking that mesh to the recolor. So let's have a look. Once a mesh has been assembled, what else needs to be done? We need to export the 5GD, assemble the mesh, build a recolor and link the mesh to the recolor, and then do some final testing in game. Can I do this with multiple outfits? So the way that I like to do it, I will build outfit sets for multiple body shapes at a time, and the answer here is yes. But I prefer to do each step for each of the different body shapes instead of doing the entire process for one body shape at a time. So what I mean, I will do all of the body shape WSO actions, then I will do all of the morphing actions, then I will assemble all of the meshes, build the meshes in SimPE, and then finally link the meshes to the recolors for all of my body shapes. So to build a mesh, we open Milkshape, we open the file that we built last week, and we go export Sims2 Unimesh exporter version 4.09. We export to our project folder. Best practice is to give it a name that's all lowercase with no spaces and preferably just dashes or underscores for punctuation. Building the mesh. So we open SimPE, we select File, New, and then we select that new resource in the resource tree. Then we go Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tool, Extracting Stage. We find a recolor that corresponds to the mesh that you want to build. That's the correct age, gender, and part type. For this workshop, I included a cloning template in the resource post, and I will show you that method, how to do it with a cloning template or just the old school way of opening a recolor that corresponds to your age, gender, and part type. Once you've done the extracting, SimPE is just going to pull the resources to build a clothing mesh just like that. We go to Tools, Object Tools, Fix Integrity. Then in the Scene Graph Rename Wizard, we give it a name that corresponds to the new mesh. Remember, it should be a unique name because only one scene graph can have that name. So in this case, I made it DD Swoop Blazer Rio. And then you click Update and you click OK. Select the GMDC in the resource tree. Then once again in the resource list, right click. Then we go Replace in the dropdown. And we find the mesh that we extracted from Milkshape and we just replace the GMDC. We give the mesh a unique name. Best practice is to start with mesh, and then we save that and we move a copy of that to our saved Sims folder. This is an optional step, but I like to do it with all of my meshes because it gives them a really clean build. We open the mesh in Scene Graph Plus. We select the crest block. We give the crest block a unique name here in the SG name. Then once the crest has been named, we right click on the shape block. We click copy SG name from parent, and it's going to rename the shape resource, whatever the crest is named. Then we do the same thing with the GMND and GMDC blocks. Now we can save. We have a nice cleaned up mesh and we're ready to link. So we need to build the recolor. We launch Body Shop. We start a new project. We create a project that corresponds to the age group, part type, and gender that we're going to link to. Then without doing anything special, we just give it a new name like so and import it back into Body Shop. And we can now close Body Shop. We go to our Save Sims folder. We open the recolor that we created. We select the 3IDR in the resource tree, once again in the resource list. Then we go to PJSE, Body Mesh Tools, Linking Stage. We get that first pop-up. We click OK. we select the mesh that we're going to link to, just the package file for the mesh. We're going to get the second pop-up. We just click OK, we save, and now the recolor is linked. If we've done everything as we should have, we now have that recolor or that original project converted to a new body shape, in this case, Rio. You can see there's still a little bit of work to do on the mesh. There's some clipping on the cleavage there, but that's something that you would need to edit after you've linked, just so that you can see how it's all put together. And that's pretty much it. Good luck on your journey. Okay, to put it into practice. First, we go File, Open, and we go to Desktop. And I'm going to the project folder that I started last week. We'll start off with Didi's Moira address that I converted to Rio. We go File, Export, Sims2 Unimesh Exporter. And I'm going to rename this Didi Moira Rio. Then we open the one shoulder dress just as we did before. And this one is Janica. One shoulder CPU. Just like that. Okay, so now we have exported the 5GD. Let's fire up SimPE. And while SimPE is doing that, what I need to do, these are the two dresses that I'm working with. I have the links in the resource post, but I'm going to go ahead and put those in my game folder. So I go downloads, clothes, and let's go back to our project folder. Okay, so we have SimPE open. We go File, New. And there we go. We select that in the resource tree. We go Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tool, Extracting Stage. And then we click on this Browse button. For the first one, I'm just going to go old school. I'm going to select a recolor from one of the meshes, or from one of the recolors that I'm actually going to link. So we go Close, we go DD Moira Dress, and any of those recolors is just fine. So we open that, and we can see that it immediately pulls the 4 resources that we need. Then we go Tools, Object Tools, Fix Integrity, and in the Scene Graph Rename Wizard, I'm going to go DD Moira Rio. We click Update, and then we click OK. Then we select the GMDC in the resource tree. Once more in the resource list, we right-click, we replace, and we go to our project folder. We go to DD Moira Rio. Let's give that a quick preview. And that's our mesh. Save as. And, whoa. I went and clicked on that because I want to kind of keep the naming convention that Dee Dee uses. But what I don't super love about Dee Dee's meshes is that she puts mesh underscore after everything else. So I'm going to go mesh underscore Dee Dee Moira dress Rio. Just like that. So that was without the cloning template. That was the old school method. Now, once again, we go File, New. We select on that new resource here in the resource tree. Then we go Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tools, Extracting Stage. This time, I have shared the cloning template in the resource workshop, but what I'm going to do is use the same cloning template here. So I have already pre-extracted all of these things just so that I can clone them quickly. And I'm going to grab AF full body. It does basically the same thing. It just pulls the resources from a recolor to build a clothing mesh. So we've got those 4 resources. We go PJSE, or sorry, we go Object Tools, Fix Integrity. And this one is Janica One Shoulder CPU. We update, click OK. Then we go File, Save As. We go to our project folder. And I'm just going to not going to bother with the original creators naming conventions here. This is just for demonstration purposes. We go Janica One Shoulder CPU. We select the GMDC in the resource tree, once again in the resource list, and we go replace Janica One Shoulder CPU, just like that. And there you have it. So we've built 2 meshes, but I want to clean them up a little bit first. So go to Scene Graph Plus. I am using the latest version, which is 2.4 right now, I believe. We go File, select Packages. And I'm going to go ahead and do both of these meshes at once. So you can see the GMDC is different from the rest of the scene graph. So let's clean it up. We go to Crest. Let's just keep that as Dee Dee Moira Rio. Keep in mind, you can only have one scene graph with that name. If you were to name another mesh exactly this, the game would only be able to detect one of these. So try to make your scene graph names unique. So we've got Dee Dee Moira Rio. Then let's delete that last part. So we're just leaving Janica One Shoulder CPU. We'll copy SG name from parent. We do the same thing with the GMND and the GMDC. Then we save all. Okay, then let's go back to our project folder. We grab these 2 cleaned up meshes. We pop those in saved sims. And we're ready to launch Body Shop. Okay, so in Body Shop, we go to Create Parts. We go Create Clothing, and we need adult female. Every day is fine. You see the first few things that it loaded. These are different recolors of Dee Dee's Moira dress and Janica's one shoulder dress. So I'm going to make 2 projects for each of these because I want to show 2 different methods. So let me pick a color I like. Let's do that purple one. Dee Dee Moira purple. Doesn't super matter what you put here because this is just for the purpose of the project. Then let's go blue. Blue's good. Dee Dee Moira blue. Then let's go. Oh, that pink one looks nice. Let's do a one shoulder pink. And that sky blue looks yeah, let's do that. Was there a gold one somewhere? No, let's do that cyan. I like that cyan. Okay, so we just create our recolors, and at this point we can close Body Shop. We go to our Save Sims folder. And I'm just going to open one of the recolors that's already in here. So we have Dee Dee Moira purple. We're going to select the 3IDR. Once again, in the resource list. And we need to let it load the file table, because for some reason it needs to load the file table every time you open a 3IDR. Okay, once it's loaded, we go Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tools, Linking Stage. So Dee Dee Moira purple, we need to link that to Dee Dee Moira dress Rio. Okay, give that a quick save. Then let's do the Janica one shoulder pink. Same thing. We select the 3IDR in the resource list. Then we go Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tools, Linking Stage. And we select that one shoulder CPU. Okay. And that's how you would do it in SimPE. But because I like modern innovations, and I am a huge fan of Scene Graph Plus, I'm going to show the method for doing it in Scene Graph Plus as well. So we crack open Scene Graph Plus, we go Files, select Package, and everything is in Saved Sims. Let's start with, so we already did the Moira dress purple. Let's do the Moira dress blue. So we select the recolor, and we select the mesh. To do this, what we do, we grab the crest, we hold down shift, we slide the crest block in the mesh over to the recolor. So, and then we do the same thing with this shape. We hold down shift, we slide the shape block in the mesh until it lines up with the recolor, and now it's linked. And because I'm a little bit extra, I'm just going to block select these 3 TXMT, fix file list, and that cleans up your TXMT. Then clear packages. Then we go file, select, and we're going to do the same thing with the Janica one shoulder dress recolor cyan. So we open those. We grab the crest block. We hold down shift and we drag. And you can see, so you hold down shift, you hover over where that block is in the recolor, and when you see those dotted lines, you know that they're lined up. You release, and that's it. It's linked to the SHPE. Then we grab the TXMT blocks, and we box select, and we go fix file list. And that's how you would do it in SceneGraph Plus. Now, we're ready to test. Okay, so now you can see I've done my body shape conversions. There's a little bit of, I don't know if that's a bone assignment or, oh, that's a hole in the mesh. I converted it from the original mesh. So I might have to go back and seal that up, or it might be just the way that DD's mesh is. It's a tiny defect, but then I am super nitpicky about what I release. This one looks really good, actually. So we put our Sims. The best way to check bone assignments, and who did I learn this from? From Digi? Have your Sims play on the couch. And I'm going to go about slow motion 5 so that we can see what happens when they play on the couch. Little bit of a spike right there on Elisa's underarm. And looks like on the one shoulder dress, her legs clip a little bit, but not too bad. I mean, overall.
Vib.
Overall, both conversions look pretty darn good. So that's it. That's how you use WSO actions to convert from Maxis AF to a body shape. And you can also do that for age conversions, like to teen or to elder, or to add morphs, or to go male to female. That's a useful skill to have.